everybody.
Bang.
Welcome back to episode
Bang.
episode 2, Crypto's Boy Podcast. We have a very interesting episode coming to you today. As you can see, we're live in a boxing gym.
Shout out to Go the Distance Fitness and Boxing in Kenosha. Thanks for letting us use the gym. Thanks for letting us use the space today. And keep watching for what that means later, you know.
Check them out. We might be able to get you guys maybe a little discount.
Yeah,
free month
stay
or something.
tuned. John Leone and myself will be going one-on-one boxing at the end of the episode. Comment below who you guys think is going to win.
We promised a good fight for 100 subs. You guys delivered. So here's the reward later in the video.
We have been taking this very seriously, man.
As you can see,
From different locations to different setups. We have all new mics, new computers.
few new
You know,
editors.
Yeah, we made a few personnel changes here over the past couple weeks, and we're pretty excited about it going forward. Realistically, what happened was we just had too many cooks in the kitchen, and with a podcast like this, you know, it's got to be more condensed and more concise.
Yeah. We're constantly learning. We're constantly improving. And like we said, we just want to bring you guys the best possible content. So today we have a special guest also joining us, former multimillionaire, cabinetry professional. Some of you might know him. At the peak of his career, he did work for the Prince of Nigeria. He's had clients from around all over the world. Richard James Chebney from Chicago. We just finished that interview actually, and we came here to do the fight. What did you guys think of the whole?
it got deep, man.
Yeah, I mean, you guys
It
will see
got
it.
deep.
There's some.
It you know, building a successful business, having a successful family, and then he was a power lifter. So he ended up having an incident that honestly changed his life forever, and I still think he's having a hard time recovering from it.
Absolutely.
He's a great guy. He's got a great story, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy that interview.
Yeah, it got deep. It got heated at times, and it's raw footage. It wasn't edited. It wasn't scripted. It's him.
Yeah, you'll
So,
see. I mean,
let us
you
know
just
what you
wait till you
think.
see it. Yeah.
And it wasn't easy getting him either. He tossed us around the ringer.
Yeah.
At one
Yeah,
point, we had to
different
pick him up from the
motels.
airport, from the motels to a hotel today.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't easy getting him. And actually, the first time we filmed, it ended up being around midnight because he told us 5 o'clock, 5 led to 7, 7 to 9, 9 to midnight. You got to do what you got to do. And we made it happen. And I think it's a really good product for you guys.
We're committed to you guys.
Yes.
We're here for the people.
So we can even get into we had to fire 2 editors, unfortunately.
We did.
The Super Bowl was this last weekend. We invited our new editor to a Super Bowl party. He was drinking a Bob Williams Evans or something.
He got a little sauced up. He got a little drunk for
drunk.
the Super Bowl. We got him there a little too early. He
Which
can't
is
hang with the
reasonable,
kids
but-
anymore.
He smacked John's mom in the ass.
He's slapping
He's
asses.
also-
He's trying to steal bottles from us, and we had to put the kibosh on it.
He's still a good guy. It's just
Yeah.
sometimes he has a hard time handling his liquor, and we just can't have that. You know, we all like to have a good time. We all work hard. We play hard. At the end of the day, it all falls back on the company,
Yeah.
and we can't have our editor smacking our friends' moms
It's
in
not
the ass.
acceptable.
So
Not gonna
out with
work.
the old, in with the new. We got a new editor. He's a 5-star general.
Yep.
All right, so we're coming in hot. for this
Hopefully.
editor.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully nothing happens this time. Fucking Christ. Can't catch a break, huh?
Absolutely. So I guess we kind of want to give you guys a little preview here. We want to talk for a little bit before the Richard interview. So I guess we can kind of touch on some crypto or some stock topics. We've had a crazy week.
A lot happening in the crypto
A
market.
lot happening.
Tons.
I guess I could start it off with the Coinbase commercial. So they paid during the Super Bowl. They paid about $14 million for that ad, and it crashed the server.
Yeah.
It crashed the whole server.
Such a simple commercial.
And now what did they go from like 138 to number 2 on the App Store?
Yep.
How do you guys
Crazy.
think that's going to impact the markets?
I mean,
It can't hurt.
You got to be flooding in a bunch more people.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a lot more short-term, like small traders that are going
Yeah,
for it. You know, it's these
absolutely.
guys that are buying $5 worth of Bitcoin and $20 worth of Bitcoin. But you
That
know,
adds up, bro.
it's
That's
definitely going to
definitely-
add. It's definitely going to add up, and I think we're going to see a short surge here in the next month or two.
Absolutely. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I like most about the crypto market right now is that you have all these major companies coming in. You have McDonald's, filing patents for the metaverse.
Yep.
You have J.P. Morgan with lounges in Decentraland, the first ever bank to join the metaverse.
Yeah.
Right. Then you have Facebook changing their name to Meta. So for me personally, I think so. You have crypto. It goes in cycles, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So for me, what I'm gearing towards is a crypto metaverse gaming sector boom.
That'd be
Okay.
huge.
And I'm talking, so everything feeds off Bitcoin, right? When Bitcoin goes up, then all these altcoins follow. Now there's as you see, when Bitcoin actually, when the dominance goes lower, so when when the cryptocurrency when it goes up, but then blockchain goes down, these gaming metaverse tokens. So right now I'm aiming towards, it's called Veracity, VRA. It revolves around NFTs, which NFTs are just beginning. It revolves around gaming and ad space.
So this is one coin that kind of just keeps
One
track
coin
of-
that
keeps
this
track
is
of all
one coin
these.
for me that it's going to be at least a 3-year hold,
3 years,
depending on, because right now it's only so I got in at 2 cents a few weeks ago,
Wow.
and it's at 3 cents now, and the all-time high was 8 cents.
Okay. So you're early.
You got
So
room to
and it's
go.
$138 million market cap,
Oh.
and you have Gala Games, which is at $7 billion.
Yeah, slow.
Axie Infinity at $9 billion. So I mean, there's a lot of room for growth there.
Absolutely.
So I've been keeping an eye on
My
that.
question: what makes you think it's? I mean, being such a low market, it's going to stay around?
That's the thing. So all these companies are newer.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of new
so,
stuff coming with them.
So one thing I like too is that the social engagement is up 180%.
Nice.
You have Zach Becker getting into it that has almost 1 million followers on YouTube and also almost 1 million followers on Twitter. You know,
Social media
he's got
presence
a
coming in.
yeah, and like he's a guru in the gaming sector.
Nice.
But you have all these guys that are, you know, gurus and take everything they have to put into this space. And that was a token that he's been keeping an eye on.
I'll definitely have to check it out. Yeah, it sounds super interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty heavy on anything metaverse this year. I mean, I was talking about it with Cal not so long ago. You look at Mana, you look at ENJ, you look at all these other metaverse tokens that are really primed to have an amazing year with the way that these juggernaut companies are investing into the metaverse. I think we're really early on it, and we're really primed for some huge numbers.
I'm almost surprised more people aren't talking about like the silent moves these massive companies are making.
they're
Like
huge.
JP Morgan, like you said, McDonald's. Like we're all Twitter guys, and you see like reliable accounts. It's fact checked. Big companies are making these silent moves, acquiring whatever they are in the metaverse. I still don't even fully understand it. Everyone knows me. I'm a big Bitcoin maxi and ETH max, but I definitely need to start researching more about this because it's
massive.
It's booming.
Massive.
Yeah.
Even with the JP Morgan entering the metaverse, they created all this FUD, right?
Mhm.
The fear, the uncertainty, the
Yep.
doubt,
Yep.
and it's a bank.
Yep.
What is cryptocurrency trying to do? They're trying to get rid of the banks.
Exactly.
So this is a huge step by JP Morgan saying, I'm not gonna beat these guys. I'm gonna join them.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting on the sideline this
Amen.
That's huge.
That's why that JP Morgan, the first bank, and that's the largest bank. Or
Yeah,
one of
it
them.
is.
One of the
Yeah, one of them for sure.
You know, and they're joining the metaverse on the blockchain.
Huge.
That's big. For anyone that crypto, that
I
don't
don't
know,
even
it's
think people
massive.
understand how big that is.
it's
Yeah.
big. It's,
And
it's not like
again,
one
none
of
of
those
this is
things where-
financial advice. So,
Yeah,
so
it's all-
don't take
it's
any of
all
this
our
for a
own
word
personal
for it, and
opinion.
don't come and yell at us if you guys lose money, which doubt
Yeah.
you will, but don't come and fight us for it.
Well, you had correct me if I'm wrong. It was the SoFi Stadium that the Super Bowl was hosted at. Correct.
Yep.
So
Yes.
that's a blockchain company right there. I don't know how many crypto commercials were
Yeah,
advertised
people
throughout the whole
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Crypto.com,
Wasn't a big
fan
FTX,
of that one, but-
Coinbase.
Shit.
So about that SoFi,
Mhm.
there was actually a lawsuit that they ended up settling at $100 million. So
Right.
I've heard mixed reviews.
Yeah.
So
Lawsuit
it's
about
one of
what?
those things. It's just like the XRP lawsuit. It's something revolving around like a securities, and because there's minimal
I
regulation.
heard about that. Yeah.
So you really don't know where
No, you don't.
you don't
Yeah.
you don't know what boundaries you're stepping on. So
Exactly.
now a lot of these companies that are worth multi-millions, if not billions of dollars,
Right.
they're paying off these guys to settle and say, you know what, I was in the wrong. You can't blame me
It's a
for it.
smart
You know,
move.
it's still a
Yeah.
company
It's a smart
at the
move.
end of the day.
For the
But
company.
wasn't it about like something revolving staking, and then they ended up paying out the interest to the stakers, and they weren't allowed to do that or something?
No, so the IRS wants you to they want to charge you tax for staking.
Yeah.
So there's actually a couple, just like an ordinary couple, that actually ended up suing them and winning the lawsuit.
Wow.
They won the lawsuit, so they don't have to pay tax on staking.
Yeah.
Now, but
you shouldn't have to. It's not federally regulated yet. You shouldn't have to.
Well, you don't pay interest
also a
on a
gray
savings
area.
account in your bank.
It's a gray area.
It's
you don't pay
very, very
taxes.
gray area.
Yeah, it's definitely a great.
Staking-
So it's pretty
Obviously,
neat that they won that, though.
Yeah,
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Shout out to
Huge
you
win.
guys.
Yeah. Huge win there.
Yeah, so we got a pretty awesome episode coming in today. I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous as shit about this fight. I really don't want to.
These guys do not want to do this.
They don't wanna fight at all.
We're doing it for you.
This is
Motherfuckers
for
don't
you
wanna do it.
guys.
If you look at, I mean, we don't look like fighters. We
I'm not a
fucking
fighter.
Trade, we drink, we fucking hang out, party.
And it's my friend, so it's gonna be hard wailing him in the fucking face.
It first started off with wrestling, and I wanted to get him in like the
Yeah,
the
we wanted to do a
suits.
little wrestling.
No
With
way
the
in hell we
headgear
were
and
wearing a
everything.
leotard suit. He was like gun ho.
I
about
wanted
this.
to, man. But yeah, we rented out this boxing ring for it, and you know, we just want to let you guys know that we're taking this seriously, man. Because we want to be like our mission is to provide you guys entertainingly, like we want to be informative but entertaining at the same time. So if we can
100%.
combine those two and bring you guys great content that you can learn from it and also be entertained at the same time, I think it's a win-win for.
I also
for all
think it's
parties
I think it's
involved.
gonna be a big jump in production from the first episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people personally told us, reached out. Audio was bad. There was a lot of shit going on, so we've kind of obviously cut down. I think it's gonna be a lot better, a lot more professional too, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, and we're having fun doing it.
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
excited.
and a lot of the back end stuff. I don't know if anyone's ever tried to do this. This is the hardest fucking thing probably we've done.
The setup is the
Trying to
hardest
set
part.
that shit
The
up.
setup
Yeah.
is the hardest part.
Meet up, like it's
Which
big
Harper,
topics.
dude, you've
Our
been
daddy.
coming.
Been on the fucking on the
Harper's
shit.
been stepping
Thank
up,
you.
man, because we're all personalities, right? So like
Yeah.
usually with all this, like there's a production team, there's an audio team, there's a, you know, there's a manager that gets us all. Like we're doing this all ourselves.
Yeah.
So
We're
we're
pulling up our
learning.
bootstraps and figuring out this shit on our own.
Tell you what, it hasn't been easy.
But it's
No.
It's fun.
It's all
It's
part
a
of it,
learning
man.
process. Learning
all
is
part
good.
of
because then it's another skill we'll have. And
And with
Yeah.
that, I mean, one thing that we did want to pass to you guys for the next episode is asking you guys any questions that you guys might have for us. You know, crypto related, our degenerate adventure related, really anything that you guys might have for us that we might be able to answer. Feel free to shoot them in the comments. Shoot us a message. Whatever you guys got, we'll try and answer it on the next pod.
if you have questions about any, I mean, all of us at some point in our life has traded stocks, crypto. I mean, doesn't if
Absolutely.
you
Real
don't know much about
estate.
crypto and you have stock questions, real estate,
Yeah.
always ask that shit too.
Shoot them in.
Yeah, I've been getting some people reaching out for real estate, and I'm always. We've all been in
The same
your
position at
shoes.
some
We've
point,
all, you know, so like we want to help out any way we can, and that's a major reason why we're having this this podcast is, you know, to teach you guys that you can learn and
Yeah.
you know, hopefully
Absolutely.
start up your own someday too.
Yeah, because
Absolutely.
Everybody
at
starts
one point,
somewhere.
like in the summer when everything was going really hard, I would get 50 messages a week, like, "Hey, can you help me? Can you teach me?" So, and obviously, I don't have time to do that. I work a day job as well, kind of do this on the side. I don't have time to like personally help every single person. So maybe watch this and get some information out of that.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. I'll tell you what. If you're not learning, you're not earning. And we're still learning
Absolutely. We're not
as
professionals,
young
I mean, we're not
gentlemen
pros.
in business and finance. So please, we're all in this together, and we want to give you a good podcast that you can rely on for real and information and real time news. So
Yeah.
cool. Anything else?
I say we wrap it up. And,
Yeah.
We're good.
The fucking
Yeah.
boxing, eh?
So stay tuned because right now we're gonna go to the Richard Chebney interview.
Yep.
And that is a juicy interview, man. You know, stay tuned for that. And then at the end, we're going to wrap it up with this boxing match.
Yeah, like I said, leave below in the comments who you think's going to win. Leave us a few questions if you want to answer some questions in the next episode. And we'll see you guys at the Richard interview.
Also, one last thing: make sure to follow the IG at Crypto Boys Pod. We do a lot of pre-stuff there before these videos come out, so you can get an idea of what's going to happen in the next video.
Yeah. Any giveaways that we do, it's going to be announced on there first. Like we said, these only come out, once a week or once every 2 weeks. So stay tuned on our more active social sites, and you'll figure out what exactly we're up to and what we're giving away. But yeah, stay tuned for this interview.
What the fuck? All right, me and Johnny are here. We drove a few hours to pick up our special guests. Episode 2, From Rags to Riches to Rags. This is going to be a really juicy episode, so stay tuned. Really not sure where the hell we are, but we're gonna give this a shot. Richard? Hey, guys in there?
Look All right, now we welcome Richard James Chebney from Chicago. How you doing, Richard? How you feeling this morning?
Actually, I'm doing fine. Feeling fine. Yeah, it's been a long couple months, but
Sure has.
things are good today. It's good.
It's a beautiful day out. We just picked you up. Got some coffee coming in. So we're just going to kind of interview you. We're all going to ask you a few questions here today. We're going to talk about your business, your life, ups and downs, struggles, and just kind of where you're at now. So you want me to start off with the first question?
Let's hear it.
Give it to us.
So you started your own cabinetry business, correct? What year did you start that cabinetry business in?
It was 2023 when I started my first cabinet business.
2023?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just want to make sure your mic is live.
Yeah, it's live. 2023. Hey, okay, this interview's already gone the way I expected. He's always got a trick up his sleeve.
So you're already living in the future.
No, the truth. 1983, I started my first business, but I've been doing it a lot longer than that, working for other companies. But yeah, that's the answer to that question.
Right, and then at the peak of your career, you'd say you probably was when you did work for the Prince of Saudi Arabia at the Trump Tower. Was that your biggest client? You'd say
Prince of Nigeria.
Prince of Nigeria.
Stand
Yes,
corrected.
I did his apartment at Trump Tower, and I think it was 2011. I'm not sure, but it was a great job. He paid well, and hey, that's what we do for a living, guys. I mean, they give you the money. They want you to come in and make sure their place is exactly what they want in a matter of a very short period of time.
Right.
So the more that you charge, the more you have to go through with to make all these things happen.
Yeah.
And they're willing to pay you triple that.
How many employees did you have on that job?
4.
4 employees. Wow. Nice.
That's it.
Now this is when you were living. Were you living in the Trump Tower, and you were working on the Prince of Nigeria's?
No, I never lived at the Trump Tower. I just felt like I lived there because everyone knew me, from the security to the. Yeah, no, we always got there about. You can't get to Trump to work any less than 8 o'clock is you can approach the docks, try and get in. There's 10,000 trucks doing the same. So you wait downstairs for an hour, maybe sometimes 2, 3. Then finally you get an elevator ticket, and you go up and you take all your shit up and work. And that's the way it was. It was very worst place I've ever worked in my life, and I've worked in a lot of places. Nicest people, but the worst building to work for.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Beautiful
Because I
building,
had
in
to
my
charge
opinion.
probably $2,000-$3,000 just to make a delivery and an installation.
Oh yeah, well that's Daddy Trump. It's not cheap.
That's just the delivery. That's just for me to get my shit down there and get it up into their apartment and then start working.
Now, how did you get to a big client like that? Did you have a big marketing team, or was it all word of mouth?
No marketing team, no all word of mouth. Just
Wow.
people that knew me.
Wow, that's pretty big to get a referral, or however you did, from the Prince of Nigeria.
That's a big referral bonus.
Yeah.
Whoever fucking gave him that.
So after that, I'm sure your career probably took a big spike in clients and everyone. Yeah.
I'm proud of my people that work with me. We were hard workers, and we pretty much made the best merchandise. And I was always known for 3 things: getting the job done on time, getting the work done professionally, and then leaving that apartment thinking. I always brought flowers back to whatever apartment I've ever worked for. Mostly they were, female and male. It wasn't just a guy.
So the wives
So I
loved
don't
it.
want you guys to think I'm bringing flowers
Sure
to
they
fucking
did.
guys.
Oh, we don't know, Rich.
That was one of my signature moves. I'd bring them flowers the day that I left, and I just remember the eyes lighting up going, wow, I am sure they've never had a guy bring them flowers after the job, because they earn more than that, because we tore their house up. That's like me coming in here remodeling your place. It's the worst place to live in a high rise when there's
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, you get to know your clients if you're in their house every day.
Yeah.
I knew their kids. Let me see, because I made all the different, not just cabinetry, but I made bedroom furniture for Steve Harvey. I actually met his son one time. Wow. He's sleeping, and I think it was like 10 or 11 o'clock. And I was doing something with the nightstand right next to his fucking bed. Because Steve goes, just go in there and take care of him. He'll never wake up. Well, that fucker did. Tell you what, he goes, who the hell are you? I go, who the hell are you?
Just Steve Harvey?
That was Steve Harvey's son. It was his son. He just
That's awesome.
decided to sleep in. Anyways, that was just something special. I don't know.
And at the time, sidetracking a little bit here, you had a wife and how many kids? You were married at the time, correct?
Yes, I was married and I have 3 kids and I have 11 grandchildren.
11, wow.
Big family.
Wow.
The Chebneys are big.
And I'm sure your ex-wife now was pretty happy with you built your own house too, right? You did all your own cabinetry and you had a beautiful estate.
First time I ever built the house in 1987.
Wow.
Lake Villa.
Well, me and John saw pictures. It's
Beautiful house.
Pretty nice,
Huge.
Pretty nice fucking house.
Yeah.
So my question is, I mean, obviously all that sounds great, but when did it just come crashing down? What do you remember? What's the one thing that you remember that just you were really high and then you started taking a fall?
You know, there was 2 components in the divorce of my wife and I. Because by that time we were already married almost 40 years at that time. That was actually 2015. Yeah, what happened was I've told you guys, I've always been a weightlifter, went into powerlifting, and I was really, oh man, guys, I was a solid guy. I don't think no one could have hurt me.
But was there anything like specifically that happened that, you know, at the height of your career?
Yeah.
That, like, can you talk about that? Like, what? Because everything was going well, you're making money, and then you got into a divorce, and then your wife took it all. Was there anything specific that happened? Like
I said, there's two parts of the component. She was a very controlling woman, mostly to my kids. So there's a 3 compartment, because really he had something to it too. But anyways, yeah, I blew my back out powerlifting. We were doing trying to beat this one. Anyways, I was squatting.
We know it's tough.
Yeah, we can change subjects if you want.
No, that's what happened. I was squatting so much weight. I went down. It was 423 pounds.
Jeez.
That's a lot of weight. It's a PR for a lot of people.
That was where I was
That's a lot of weight.
squatting.
It's like NFL.
I was deadlifting even more than that. I'm not kidding you. But this is not about...
So you blew your back out, and then what?
So I was at the doctor for... It's the first time I've ever missed work in my life.
Wow.
Ever missed work. I was in my bed. I couldn't even... She had to help me go to the bathroom, literally. Couldn't even walk to the bathroom. This lasted for weeks. They wanted to fix my situation by fusing L1 to L5. That means I would never be able to work again, or probably not even bend over to fucking pick up a paper on the floor. Fuck. And I took months and months, because his name is, and you can... His name was Dr. DeWald at Rush Hospital in Chicago. He was a top back doctor in Chicago at the time. And you guys got the information. You can find out that's a true story. And so he gave me a choice. It's either I live on pain meds for a while or take the surgery and just roll the dice. And I wasn't in a dice rolling mood.
Not much of a gambler at that point, then,
I
right?
was in such pain. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't even care about the drugs to help my pain. I just knew there was something better in life for me. And there
So was it the medication that you got addicted to that led you down a certain path? And
Yes. Yes, Gal. That was it.
And how long were you on? How long were you addicted to those pain meds?
I'd say about 4 years.
4 years.
And
Fuck.
so your
If I didn't take them, you would feel so, because they were so.
Yeah, what would happen if you didn't take them? What kind of reaction did
well,
you
you
have?
said you couldn't even bend over, right? To pick up.
Wasn't
Yeah,
even
if you're-
that.
Well, I'm assuming the
Blood
pain
and
went
that
away
much
by
your
then.
neck
Not only
goes
would all
out.
the pain come back, but then you got the withdrawals through this most toxic, potent fucking medication for pain. So you're dealing with, oh man, I guess I think my whole body would just,
Shut off.
it was, I had no more strength. I had no more desire, no more will. All I wanted to do was take those pain meds so I didn't feel like a total fucking. Okay, so when you take a pill when you're a superhuman, right? You feel pretty fucking good,
Feel
right?
good.
Start flying around a little stronger, you're a stronger guy. But when you didn't take it, you felt like the lowest fly on earth. You're just like people are trying to fucking.
Yeah. It's a serious problem. It's an epidemic right now in America.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
the
it's huge.
worst. This was in 2009 when I confronted my wife. I told her I can't. I broke down on my knees. I grabbed her hands. I got on my knees. And I said, I started crying. I'm so sorry I got addicted to my pain medication. You know what? For years, she tried to help me. She did. She cared about me that much. She tried to do whatever she could. People, addiction is not the same as your will and your strength. You're not a failure because of those things. What you are is you're addicted to them. I don't care if it's alcohol. I've never been addicted to alcohol in my life, by the way.
Are you currently?
Are you now?
Oh yeah, I'm addicted right now.
I mean, I'm
No,
sure off a little bit.
I didn't hesitate for 32nd of a second, did I?
No, that was
No,
straight
I'm
out.
definitely addicted to alcohol, but I'm much better than I was.
Would you rather be addicted to alcohol than these painkillers? I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it's
I
still
think I'll
all
take
it's still an addiction.
Addiction,
I think-
addiction, yeah.
I think I'll take the painkillers for me. Yeah, it didn't make me feel.
Were you more functioning on? Were
never
you more
felt-
functioning on the painkillers?
Right. What?
Like, was it easier to function on pain meds than drinking?
It was for me because I've been taking them so long. They were giving me the highest strength you can get.
Yeah, like 60 milligrams or something.
No,
50.
called 80.
80
Jeez,
milligrams.
Jesus.
Wow.
And they were crushable, so you can snort them too.
And is that what you
I
were
shouldn't
doing
be
then?
talking about this shit, but that's what
No,
I don't
it's
want
honest.
people to think about.
Well, it shows the progression of an addiction,
How
right?
quick
You
you can
pop
have it.
Oh
one
my
and
gosh,
you're
I
like,
see how many I would snort. I was at Trump Tower in Steve Harvey's apartment. I just finished almost his whole fucking apartment. And we're sitting down in his fucking, let me see, what are the size of his living room? I don't know, like maybe 30 of these spaces. The
Jesus
ceilings were
Christ.
16 foot high, which at least these are high ceilings.
so it just goes to show that you never know what someone's going through, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You never know because you can be at the height of your career, you can be at the low. It's about the person that you are inside that people care about. And you realize that you've been working on it. You're no longer addicted to these pills, but now you're resorting to a different substance. Now, have you thought about seeking, some sort of therapy or AA or just something that can possibly help, you cope with the situation? You did? And how did that go?
Well, let's just say April 4th, last year, I was in rehab for myself.
Talk to the mic.
I checked into rehab at Gateway in Lake Village for myself.
That takes a lot of balls to do that.
No
it
one,
does.
I wasn't dating.
You did that for
court
yourself.
mandated.
Most people can't do that. That's
I
pretty
did
tough.
it myself, and I would have stayed the whole amount of days, but I got a call from my stepfather that my mom was not doing that great in the hospital. So that's when I gave them. I left within 20 minutes. I just threw some shit in the bag, and I went down there and I stayed there for 3-4 days. She was just getting a little bit better every day, and I knew then she's gonna be okay. My whole other family, and I got a ton of family, guys. You have no fucking idea. All my family was downstairs, and I told my mom before I left. I said, I'm gonna have to go back. I gotta go. She goes, son, just make me proud, man.
And you did make her proud, man.
You did.
You made her proud.
A lot of good things.
I mean, you were squatting for almost 500 pounds. It'd be different if, you know, like,
You've hit heights
shit
that most
happens.
haven't, and you've also hit lows that most haven't. And it goes to show that, you know, some of the most powerful, some of the strongest people in the world, you know, where they can go.
mm-hmm.
I think you need both. Both need to be incorporated at some point.
Right.
And you
Can't be
have
high
the strength
forever.
to get back to that point. It's just what truly makes Richard James Chebney happy right now? Like, where do you see yourself? Like, what do you want out of life? Because we all love you, man. Everyone that meets you loves you. You know you're a great
You know what
person.
makes me the happiest right now, guys? I'll be honest with you. A simple question. Because after I went down and visited my mom, and she wasn't doing good, but I went back to rehab, and I didn't have to go. Trust me. If you guys think I wanted to go back to that horrible fucking place, I did it for my mom. And 3 days later, I get a call at Gateway in Lake Villa. I'm about ready to get out in about 4 days. And it was my dad again. It's not my father. His name is Ron Lindstedt. He's my stepfather. And he'll never be my father. We only got one father.
So let's wrap it up with this. What makes you
You
happy
skipped-
nowadays?
You skipped a crucial point. So we kind of left off that you got addicted to pills, but you still had a business. You still had a multi-million-dollar business. How did you shut it down? Did you tell your employees that it was over? Or what happened?
I still haven't finished with my mom.
Go ahead, take your time.
So yeah, I get a call. I'm back there again. They let me back into that piece of shit place, and 2 days later, I get a call saying they put her in the hospital. She's taking a turn for the worse. So they didn't want me to leave. They said, if you leave, I won't come back. And I said, get my suitcase. I'm fucking leaving right fucking now. And they weren't nice about it, because that means they kicked me out for going to see my mother die in the hospital. Who the fuck does that? I wasn't going out to go out and get it. Never even took a drink the first time I went down to visit my mother. Second time I did the same thing. I didn't want no drugs, no nothing. I held my mom's hand, and I was the only one there out of a huge fucking family. Got there at 6 o'clock in the morning. No, 6 o'clock in the evening, I'm sorry. And it was a Sunday night. Good Friday. You know the movie where they play Moses and all the good stuff?
Great movie.
Well, that was my mom and I's almost favorite movie. I had to hold her hand. She took her last breath at 1:39 in the morning. And I hope you guys never have to go through something like that, because that broke the shit out of me, man. Oh,
What year was this?
I was the only one there, and I just didn't want to see her take her last breath. It was so sad, guys. Who wants to see your mother take her last fucking breath? Come on, I'd rather see her do anything but that.
How old was she?
Shirley Roberta Lindstedt. should have been Chebney, but she remarried some schmuck. Oh, he's a schmuck, man. I'll tell it to his fucking face. He's always been a schmuck. He used to beat up my brothers. Literally. You saw Charles.
Yeah, I did. No,
Yeah, he used to beat him up, slap him around. So my other brought Mark and Billy. He's the only one that ever fucked with me because I was older. He never fucked with me, but I knew him.
I don't think anybody fucks with you, Chevy, man. You're built like a middle linebacker.
No, really, man.
Yeah.
Let's finish it off, guys.
Yeah, I know.
What was your next? What were you saying?
So my question was,
We're about 20 minutes behind.
yeah. So my question was, and we'll make it direct to the point. So, at what point did you realize, hey, I got to close down this huge business of mine, this multi-million-dollar business? Did you file for bankruptcy? How did that happen? Because you had a huge operation going.
It wasn't probably worth that much money. I just had a lot of stuff.
A lot of assets.
I had a lot of stuff in safe areas, and you never show stuff like that, guys. You can't, otherwise the government's going to take. How much percentage? You guys know what taxes, right?
At least 36%.
So why work your whole life off for the government to take what, and then see what he spends it on? Like, never care for the government. Fuck you, Uncle Sam, if you're listening. But I'm American patriot. I'll go to war for my country. I will do anything for my country, but I don't respect certain branches.
Well,
So-
name it, fuck Uncle Sam, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Richard, we really appreciate you for coming today on Crypto Boys Podcast, episode 2. Definitely had some intense moments.
A little emotional, but
And,
you
and
know
I
what?
hope our viewers can take something away from this because it was really it's a wise man in front of us today. And trials, tribulations, ups and downs. And something tells me in my heart that Richard James Chebney isn't finished just yet.
No, he's just beginning his life.
Give a round of applause for Rich, eh?
We love you, Rich.
Welcome to the Crypto Boys Boxing Arena. Tonight we have a special lineup with 2 vivacious fighters. Fighting out of the blue corner, straight from the Bronx, Nikki the Bull Horan. Let's go! Woo! And fighting out of the red corner, Johnny Options Leone. Huh! Woo!
Born ready. Go.
Come on!
It's good. Oh, okay.
Body's down.
Oh.
I'm fucking working this ring.
Yeah. It's cardio, baby. How much more time we got, Ref?
10 seconds, 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Ow!
Oh, shit.
Ow!
Through my fucking shoulder, you knew that was bad. You got his shoulder. You good?
How are you feeling? What they say about the arm?
It's fine. It's sprained. Definitely don't think this was a fair match. We went into the match. He knew I had a bad shoulder. He went straight for the shoulder. 10 seconds left.
Is it tender?
I'll be back.